Hey folks, welcome back. And yeah, here's a game that I really shouldn't like because quite frankly, it's almost too simple. Rise of Augustus is a game that is very close to being one of those games I would not take a second look at. However, it still continues to amuse. Let's take a look at it. All right, as you open your box of Augustus, first of all, you're going to get, as always, a copy of the rules. You'll also get a copy of the rules in another language. I don't recall what language it is, but you'll get 2 copies of the rules, one in English, one in another language. Then you'll also get this little nice cloth bag. Inside this cloth bag will be no less than 23 mobilization tokens. What are mobilization tokens, you might ask? Well, they are simply these different tokens that are going to have different symbols on them. Swords, catapults, daggers, shields, chariots, and so forth. There'll be 23 of these bad boys. There's also another kind of token in here, which is a wild, which can, there's also shields and standards. And then there's also a wild token, which looks like this. It has all of the symbols on it. It can be whatever the town crier, the person who is calling out the shield token, the mobilization tokens at that point, whatever he or she wants it to be. All right, so you get the 23 mobilization tokens in a cloth bag. You also get 12 kinds of reward tiles. Reward tiles can be person who has the most gold, person who has the most wheat, first person to control 3 senators, first person to control 3 green territories, first person to control 3 territories of any color and a senator. All right, 3 purple territories or pink, whatever the color that is, orange territories. These guys right here are special because these rewards can only be claimed once. This kind of reward you can only have one of. So if you want to take the first person to get 2 provinces, you get 2 points. But if you take this one, you don't get the opportunity to have this one. First person to get 3 gets 4 points. But if you take that one, you can't take this one. So this is kind of a push your luck mechanic because you can pretty much take that one, but if you take that one, you're losing out on all of these other ones. So this is kind of a push your luck mechanic. First person to get 6 gets 10 points. So that's a pretty big swing between first person to get 2, first person to get 6. But it's a lot harder to get 6. So it's a push your luck mechanic. Those are rewards. And you'll also get a frequency token. These are the how many swords are there? There's 6. There's 5 shields. There are 4 chariots. That's the distribution for the mobilization tokens, and everybody has that as a player reference. All right, you're also going to have the actual province cards, and there are 88 of these bad boys. A province card has a couple of different things. First of all, on this side, it shows what kind of legion needs to be mobilized in order to activate that card, and how many of them. So this particular region takes 5 legions, 1 dagger, 2 standards, and 2 swords in order to claim control of this province. This is a special ability that it will give you. This is the number here 76. This is the number of the province that will come in later. And then this is how many victory points this province will give you. So this particular province gives 5. Here, this one takes 6 legions. It is a 7. Its provincial number is 70. It only gives 3 victory points, but it also gives a pretty special ability here. This one basically says that when you gain control of this province, you can place 2 legions on any kind of spot that you want. It's a pretty cool ability. All right, but there are 88 province cards. These are the main core of the game. You'll also get no less than 48 legions, and basically a legion looks very similar to that. It is basically a little meeple that looks like he's carrying a big shield, and of course they're all red, signifying the Roman legions, which wore that color predominantly. You'll also get a score sheet, scoring pads. All right, so of course you don't need these, but they're cool to have until they run out. So here I have a 2-player game of Rise of Augustus set up. Basically the board is set up to where all of the rewards are clearly visible for each player. The province and senator cards are set up 5 face up. 3 are dealt to each player to begin the game. Each player also starts the game with 7 legions. The stack of province and senator cards are here so that they can be refilled once they are taken. And I just wanted to go over, first of all, some of the special abilities that are on these province cards. First of all, this is the difference between a province card and a senator card. Senator cards all have the gray background and has a person standing in the middle of it. The province cards have a map in the bottom, some type of picturesque drawing up on the top, a special ability over here, and then what's necessary over there. These are the number of legions that have to be used to take this card. And well, to make it yours once you have it here in your tableau. This is the special ability. For example, this means that at the end of the game, for every shield that you have on your controlled provinces, you will get 1 point to a maximum of 8. This one simply gives you 2 more legions. So instead of having just 7 legions, you'll have 9 legions to work with, which means that you should be able to control more provinces quicker. This one over here simply means that you can interchange legions between 3 different areas. This one over here means that you can, once you have control of this senator, you can immediately place 2 legions in 2 areas that require dagger abilities. This is one that player 1 here has in front of them. You can see that it takes 4 legions to take control of this senator. You have to have 2 shields, 2 chariots, and then here, anytime you can, the special ability, once you control this senator, the special ability is that shields and chariots are interchangeable for you. So if the town crier draws a shield, you can use it as a chariot, and vice versa. That's what the special ability of this senator gives, and then it is worth 4 victory points at the end of the game. This one right here is another kind of senator, and as you can see, it's a red banner background. That usually means that that usually indicates that you can attack another player with this. And this specific one means that you can make one player, all players discard 1 controlled province already. But as you can see, this is a very difficult one to get onto the board. It takes 1 of each of the different kinds. This is a very similar card. You can attack other players, and you make them get rid of 3 legions. And again, it takes 5 legions of different kinds, also worth 5 points at the end. This province special ability, you can place 1, once you gain control of this province, you can place 1 legion on any type of legion that you desire. It only takes 4 legions to finish this one, but it gives you gold bars on the middle of it, and this is where this special reward comes into effect. Whoever has the most of these controlled on on their tableau receives this. This can be taken from you if somebody else gets more gold producing provinces in it. And the same thing goes for the wheat. There will be a wheat here instead of a gold symbol on other cards, and whoever has the most wheat gets to take that one right there. So the way gameplay will work is that, let's say that player 1 here has the town crier specifically, and he will shuffle up the bag of mobilization tokens, and he will simply take out one and say, oh, it's a wild. Which one do I want it to be? I think I want it to be a dagger. So he'll say dagger. And so he will look here. He has a dagger here. He'll take one of his legions and put it on that card. And then this person looks over here, and do I have any daggers? There's one right there, so I'll go ahead and put that there. Now, whenever the wild token is drawn, even though you can choose which one you want to do, whenever the wild token is drawn, all of the tokens are placed back into the bag, and then they're shuffled up, and the next player continues to draw their tokens from there. All right, then after everybody is placed, we will draw another card. So another mobilization token. It is a standard. So I look at mine. I do need a standard. It's right there. Does this person? Okay, he needs 2 here, 1 here, and 1 here. I'm gonna go for. He's probably gonna go for the gold first. So he'll put that there. Continuing on, he draws another mobilization token out. This time it's a chariot, and I'm gonna continue working on this guy. This guy is going to continue working on that gold. Another mobilization token is drawn. And it's a sword. So, have any swords here? Yes. Do I have any swords here? Yes, yes, yes. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that one. Another one. Next, it's a chariot. Okay, he does need a chariot here. Does he need any chariots over here? No. So he doesn't have anything he can play. And that will happen from time to time. Next, it's a shield. And that's exactly what he needs. But unfortunately, what will happen now is the person who gets all of the things first will proclaim aloud, Ave Caesar! And take these off. They now come back to his pool, and he can place this now up into his controlled region. And if there were other players that had already a territory that was controlled, they would have to get rid of it. And now he has 5 points ready to go. At this point, the player would proclaim Ave Caesar. Any other player that has finished theirs will also proclaim Ave Caesar, but then we would look at the card number, and this is an 81. Whoever has the lowest numbered province goes first, and we go in order. The reason that's important because once you do carry out any special abilities or something to that effect, or claiming rewards down here, then you're going to choose to replace this card with one of the face-up ones. So whoever has the lower number gets to go. But since there weren't any other people gaining a control of a province or a senator at this time, he gets to go ahead and replace his. So we're going to say we're going to go for the +2 legions here for this real easy guy. All right, so play continues. And the next one, swords. Now this person finishes one, Ave Caesar. So they take these things out. They can immediately place one soldier or one legion on any province. So we would do that one first. We're going to go ahead and do this one right here. And we go ahead and move that up. And it is a standard again. This person will place one of theirs over here. And this person doesn't have any standards, so we draw again. It's a sword. Over here, any swords? Yes. Over here, any swords? No. So we continue drawing. A chariot. Boom. And we're going to go for this one. Try to get our extra 2. Draw as another sword. Sword. And swords over here. Nope. And continue. Catapult. We have catapult over here. Now here's an interesting situation. They don't have a catapult available, but if they did have a catapult available, should be like this. And let's say that they would have taken this. Forgot to do that earlier. Why didn't you guys keep me on top of things there? All right, this person doesn't have any catapults available, but if they had, you do have the ability to take from one of these other guys that isn't finished yet and transport them over. Here, catapults, we do have some. I think we'll go with that one right there. So we draw another tile, and it's swords again here. Do we want to try to finish this one? Yeah, let's do that. Over here, swords, no swords. Next, shields. Do we have any shields over here? We do, right there, and that's one we want to finish. So we'll go ahead and move this guy back. So we say Ave Caesar, move those guys off. I can immediately place one Roman legion on any of my choice. So I'll go ahead and place him there. And we'll move this guy up into our play area. And we already did that. He gives us 6 at the end. I look over here to replace. I think we'll go ahead and take this big one right here. It's worth a lot of points. And we continue. This person probably wants to play a shield. So we'll play that shield there. Oh, it's another shield. So here, oops. We will play this here. This person will play this here. Ave Caesar. We immediately get 2 extra legions. These guys come back. These guys get placed into the tableau. And now I can replace one. Well, he just took a big point one, so we'll take a big point one too. And then play continues. They probably would have played over here, sorry. No, we did play over there. Another shield. Oh, there you have it. Do that. Shields over here. Yes. Big dog. Let's see, we've got a lot of... Let's work on him. Now we continue. Catapult. Catapult over here. No catapult. Catapult over here. Yes. So we'll go with him. And the wild token. So player 2 right now is the town crier. So player 2 will be able to choose 1. So I think what we'll probably do is we can have this one. We're going to say chariots, because that's the last one that's needed over here. So this person will probably play this right here as a chariot. And then all of these tokens go back into the bag. They're shuffled up. And then player 1 becomes the town crier again. And then you continue the game until one person has 7 controlled provinces. And then once that happens, the player with the most points wins. Well, as you can probably see, Rise of Augustus is not one of those games that you would probably associate with me liking. But for some reason, the dynamic of the game, when you have a lot of people going after the same, there's the tension that's there because you're trying to finish your provinces first so you can have first pick of the ones that are out in the middle. You're trying to finish Sometimes you're trying to finish the lower numbered ones, so you definitely have first pick. Sometimes you're just trying to get a certain thing so you can finish that set to grab one of those rewards. So there's a lot of different thoughts that go into it. Yeah, this is basically gamer bingo. I mean, if you want to put it that way. And quite frankly, because of that, you probably, I mean, good night. Unless you really enjoy bingo, there's not a whole lot of reasons to like this. But on the flip side of that, there is a lot of things to like in this game. Sure, the core mechanic is bingo, but there are a lot of neat and meaty decisions that you have to make throughout the game. And what it usually sometimes, I guess, would boil down to is, do I place a legion on this sword on this card, or on this sword on this card? And that's kind of elementary, I understand that. But the tension that is there, I don't know what it is. I really enjoy this game, and I usually will want to bring this to the table, especially if we have a new gamer or something to that effect. I think this is a very good gateway game that should probably be part of your collection if you have a lot of those kinds of new gamer situations. Rise of Augustus gets 2 thumbs up for gateway game usage, and probably I would say about 1 thumb up for gamers, because it's a light filler game that will kind of cleanse your palate before you start into one of those bigger, heavier games. So go check out Rise of Augustus if you haven't already.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.